EA Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. We'll watch Los Angeles in this one as they go up against the Timberwolves. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Garnett out there with Odom. Then there's Chauncey Billups. Then there's Kobe. And it's Terry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Minnesota, Cheeks is out there with Duncan. Then there's Carter. Then it's Gary Payton. And it's Outlaw in at the 5. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Payton with the ball. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Pass to Outlaw. Duncan trying to break loose. Goes back up. Good work defensively by Terry. And here's Los Angeles. The 3 from Bryant. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Carter outside. Cheeks against Kobe. Second chance shot. Tries yet again. And it's blocked.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Billups, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Pass to Carter. About 1 minute into the first quarter. That's good from 17 feet away.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now, here's Bryant. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. That shot misses. And Minnesota will come the other way. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Payton can't get it to go. Outside Bryant. Back to Billups. On the wing, Kobe. It's stolen by Duncan. Now the pass to Cheeks. Out to the right wing. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Really love watching Payton dish it out like that. He's a true floor general who does an outstanding job of getting his teammates to clean looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Now here's Garnett. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Payton the bounce pass. Cheeks against Odom. Carter for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Payton after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Duncan and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
That free throw good from Duncan. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends. Now here's Kobe. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
I like how Bryant takes contact on the way up. This guy is very good at feeling out the defense and absorbing that contact and still capitalizing.
Here is Carter. The lead is 2. Buries it down low. Carter's got his third basket of the night. Lakers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And the wide open shot from Billups. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Payton against Billups. 6 on the shot clock. And it's denied. Bryant against Carter. Bryant's shot is off.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Bryant against Carter. Pass to Duncan. And here is Outlaw. Tries again. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Garnett.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Here's Terry. The kick out to Billups. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Cheeks. And so Payton will bring it up for Minnesota. Carter outside. Over Odom. And it's Carter missing. Los Angeles trails by 4. Odom inside. Defended by Cheeks. Odom's shot. Good.
Really like the energy Odom provides. Outstanding at knifing into the lane and finishing at the hoop.
Payton outside. Pass to Duncan. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now in transition is Billups. Here we go. His 4th shot, his 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man. And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. And last,
For Minnesota, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
and guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Bryant. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Collins is out there with Duncan, and there's Carter. And it's Skiles in at the point. Phillips inside the line. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
Kevin Garnett sacrificing his body on the defender there.
Carter looking around. It's stolen by Bryant. 3-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Minnesota trails by 12. Here's Carlos. Sinks that one from the post.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here is Los Angeles now. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Phillips, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Skiles. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing, defended by Kobe.
Oh, what a dunk! Bryant skying high to slam it home. Always looking to stuff with style.
Carter outside. And it's sent back by Kobe. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kobe's got the ball. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And guys, add to that the fact that they have really done a great job of attacking the ball handler with their defensive pressure and forcing turnovers.
Here's Duncan. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Carlos. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Carter inside the 3-point line. Here's Duncan. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Well, you know, Duncan's too big and talented not to put a body on him, and he's always lurking around looking for offensive boards.
Outside, Phillips. In the corner, Farrell. 5 to shoot. Kobe against Carter. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others not so much. Take a look at the Wizards. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
Ring shot on the way. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Farrell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides you with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to have any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because now I think they're on to something. If we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Carter hits them both. And here is Bryant. Passes it to Garnett.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
To the inside. That one's in there. The Lakers lead us down to 9 in the bucket from Carter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Farrell kicks to Billups. Garnett outside. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Garnett's got 10 points in the game.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
It's Carter, high post. Working on Bryant. Offensive rebound. Duncan. And he converts the layup. Duncan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you know, Duncan is an incredible talent. He's a menace on the block. Exceptional at scoring deep inside.
And here's Bryant for 3. Collins grabs the miss.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
Here's Skiles. He had 13 points in the win against Denver. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Billups from outside. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Duncan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Carlos, guarded by Garnett. To the left side wing. There's the pass to Carter. Just 5 on the clock. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to LaFrance. He kicks to Billups. Pass to LaFrance. Bryant drives in. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, the Lakers no good. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Passes it to Sky. It's stolen by Bryant. The shot from 20 feet away. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bryant's got 6 points.
Bryant pulls up so easily and efficiently off the dribble. Fantastic at scoring in rhythm.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
So both teams making some changes here.
And let's check out the numbers for Bryant. The past month has been surreal. He's been getting about 37 a night, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Timberwolves have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Carter outside. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
5 on the clock. Here's Odom. No good on the shot. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Cheeks. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
A pass to Bryant. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And Odom is a rarity, that tall, slender forward with guard-like passing ability.
And so Payton will bring it up for Minnesota. Carter outside. Pulls up. Duncan trying to break loose. And it's Carter missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Odom, the pass to Bryant. Here's Childress. He's covered closely, and Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Outlaws checked in, and Jones subbed in for Vince Carter. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Cheeks. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Outside Harper. Got a piece of it. Now here's Jones, defended by Childress. Outlaw kicks to Jones. Cheeks against Odom. Here's Cheeks. 5 points in the game. It's stolen by Odom. Moving it up, and the dunk by Kobe.
Boy, what a great athlete Kobe Bryant is. Man, watching him take flight and jam it down doesn't get much better than that.
Here's Payton. That one's good. Maybe that'll get them going after a 2-for-6 start.
And they're finally starting to shake off the horrible shooting slump they suffered there through the first quarter.
Outside Odom. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. It's deflected. Jones looking for an opening. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists in the game. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Timberwolves leading by 5, and they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Prager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And so Jones nails both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Here's Bryant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Bryant is the total platinum level package. A lethal shooter, an exceptional defender, a flat-out assassin on offense, and most importantly, this guy is a leader, too.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Bryant. And Kobe drops them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Payton surveying the floor. Here's Cheeks. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Cheeks has got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Billups, who's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
.58 seconds left in the first half. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up on Friday, then on Sunday.
And, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The first one falls.
That's a great job getting to the line here. He didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
That's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 6-point game. Jones, the pass to Outlaw. 44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Terry's got 7 rebounds in the game. Payton against Billups. The pass to Odom. The dish now to Nowitzki.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Pass to Payton. And so we conclude the first half. Timberwolves lead by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Timberwolves, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, we can't look past the work that their reserves have done tonight. There was a big difference between the teams in terms of points off the bench. And that can be a big factor in close games. When you can lean on your bench for offense, it's a nice advantage.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Well, they're getting beat up on the board. Smack them around. And you know the coach is unhappy about it, because I'm unhappy about it, Ernie. I'm sure he's in the locker room right now saying, hey, we can bounce back in the second half. You need to dig deep, show some pride.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Vince Carter really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Los Angeles trails by 6. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Odom. Bryant is out there with Chauncey Billups. And it's Garnett. And it's Terry in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Kobe. And the layup's good off the glass. Kobe's got 16 points.
You know, with Bryant's height and quickness, he can score very effectively down close to the rim. Very skilled inside.
Pass to Cheeks. Now here is Carter. Now here's Payton. He's guarded by Billups. Duncan against Garnett. No good from Duncan.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
Boy, I like how Chauncey Billups looks to share the ball. He's a sturdy point guard with a great feel for when his guys are open.
Carter against Kobe. That drive by Carter, and the layup is good. Carter's got 20 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
For 3, Kobe. The rebound by Outlaw. Outlaw's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Carter. Duncan trying to break loose.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Carter against Odom. A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Cheeks. 8 points for him. Back to Payton. Over Billups. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Yeah, watching Carter find his rhythm. Very impressive. An efficient scorer who can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Outside, Kobe. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. Billups has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Payton against Terry. Carter for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Terry's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Minnesota in the lead. Payton outside. And Carter has it in the corner with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Carter's got 24.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And the Lakers call time here. Vince Carter really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Los Angeles trails by 4. Bryant looking over the floor. Basket counts. 20 points for him.
When he catches the hot hand, good luck trying to slow him down. Plays so under control, can spot up, drive, create for himself. A matchup nightmare.
Here's Carter. The shot from the low post is good. Carter's got 8 here in the quarter. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Kobe. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Los Angeles, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Free throw, no good. Collins checked in for the Timberwolves. The Lakers also with a sub. Farrell's checked in for Lamar Odom. And he sinks the second. Minnesota leading by 3. Carter outside from the arc. The rebound by Garnett.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Kobe kicks to Farrell. Billups up top, defended by Carter. And again, no good by the Lakers.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Cheeks, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here's Bryant for 3. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. Billups has got 4 assists in the game. Billups against Payton. And the pass to Duncan. And he gets it to go. Duncan's got 8 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Billups against Payton. Down low. Garnett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
And he knocks down the first one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Childress is checked in. that one misses. For Minnesota, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Jones checked in for Collins.
Peyton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
Pass to Childress. Here's Garnett. Kicks to Childress, and he drops it in from the low post. Childress has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is...
Here's Carlos, and it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way, and Billups gets it to go. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Now here's Billups. 14 points for him. Bryant passes to Billups. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
And checking out the stats for Duncan, the last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's averaging 20 points, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And that one misses. That's off as well, so he misses both. Los Angeles leading by 3. And Billups, here we go, banked in off the glass. Billups has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
Peyton outside. Pass to Duncan. 6 to shoot. Carlos, guarded by Kobe. Here's Carlos. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Odom, the pass to Billups. A reverse. Trying to get open is Odom. And Kobe lays it in. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead. And here's Peyton. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Let's a floater go. But they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lamar Odom. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Outlaws checked in. There's 1:40 left to play in the third. Kept alive. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Outlaws got his first points in this one. outside, Kobe. They double-team Kobe. Passes it to Nowitzki. Phillips against Payton. Lock at 6. Here's Bryant. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Kobe's got 28 points for the game.
The mid-range stroke of Bryant, you got to admire that. I mean, he's got a terrific feel from here.
Payton outside. Carlos, guarded by Kobe. Here's Outlaw. Here's Duncan. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Releases. Another shot. Here's Outlaw. And he banks in the layup. Outlaw's got 4 this quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones against Odom. Puts it up. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Carter out there with Gary Payton. Then it's Cheeks. Then there's Duncan. And it's Outlaw in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Got that one up quick. Bryant's got 30.
Well, you got to respect the speed of Bryant. He is so fast when he's got room to run.
Carter outside. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Phillips passes to Nowitzki. The pass to Bryant. Shot from free throw range. Again, Los Angeles.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Odom with it. 20 feet out. Minnesota with the rebound. Outlaw's got his 16th rebound on the night. Payton against Terry, and they double up Payton. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 5 on the basket from Outlaw.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Outside Odom. Here's Kobe. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
One shot.
That's good from Vince Carter. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Nowitzki. Basket good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
You got to like seeing Nowitzki get tricky with it now. I mean, he enjoys showing off his dribble moves every once in a while. Good handles for a big guy.
Carter outside. Baseline J on the way. Terry grabs the board. Terry's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Outside, Kobe. Dishes to Billups. Outside, Kobe. Just 5 to shoot. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Los Angeles. Bryant is doubled. Shot by Terry, no good. Minnesota trails by 4. Here's Carter. Garnett with the block.
Cannot forget about the defensive Garnett now. Outstanding at knowing when to time his leap to block the shot.
The shot by Odom, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Hands it from downtown.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Carter against Kobe. Terry outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Odom. And it's off the back rim, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Carter with it, picked up by Bryant. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a big loss for this team. This game's still in the balance, and he's someone they always want in there at crunch time.
Harper, he's checked in for Bryant. Minnesota calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know,
so it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.